Hello everyone and welcome back to Timberborn Permadeath series. This is the long playthrough video. This is where I will play through for an hour. We'll try and do some major building work and then let them play through the scenario until the next drought or good weather starts. Now in the previous one, yes, I nearly killed them all of famine because I wasn't paying attention, and it's raised some massive issues within the colony of what we need to do. And I still want to do the no more birthing pods on cycle 15, but as you'll see on this playthrough, things don't go the way that they should be planned. But watch and you'll kind of learn that yourself. But we do get through quite a lot in this new run to build us towards that. I am excited about creating a rule set. I'm even thinking about making our own permadeath hard map for this to make sure there are no water aquifers and there's only one source of water, and all the things that we've been building together, and try and have a balance of a good drought and day cycle that make it difficult, and rules like no sacrificing beavers, and cycle 10 you have to have, you can't turn off the birthing pods anymore. So we're going to work through all of that hopefully on the channel and build up a bit of a community. Please let me know if you're enjoying these videos, if there's anything I can do better. This is my first go at content creation, and I want to create the content that I normally watch myself, but I normally watch a lot of Twitch and not a lot of YouTube for this stuff. So maybe I'm in the wrong medium, but let's communicate, let's chat, let's work together and see what we can do. And maybe we can create our own tournament of these hard challenges and you guys can get involved as well. It was a pretty uneventful drought. Not really much happened. Yeah, I did have to turn on the pumps to get some food coming in. But with that said, enjoy the playthrough, and I'll hand you over to the other guy. Speak soon. Well, that was an education, wasn't it? You've just joined me on the episode after watching that mess up, and I probably discussed a lot about it, but we nearly died. We nearly died of a famine. I say we, it was more my fault because I'm playing the game. That was a bit of a disaster. First of all, I flooded the colony because of a hole in the reservoir that I forgot about, again, third time. And they all ran out of food. They ran out of food in Pineappleton, which was a problem because I saw that they had food left. I thought that, well, they've got plenty of food left, it's not an issue, but all that food was stored in Metal District. And I had to, oh, you saw what happened. We can't have that happen again. I need to get the food district running, and I need to get resources. We need to ramp this up. We're going to run the rule that I've said on cycle 15. We are not allowed to use the birthing pods by turning them on and off anymore. I might need to consider how many I actually have. That will play into the strategy as well of being able to survive, but we're certainly not going to be able to survive if the water runs out that again. Let's jump in. Let's jump in and see where we are. What's going on? We have, well, obviously there is a food problem, as in I don't have any food. 50 beavers, 13 baby beavers, and not a lot of else going on. The water's not back yet. We've got another day, so they are still running the temporary pumps. We've got 4,000 water left in the storage, but our water is going to return very soon. So let's go and watch that joyous moment of the water returning after the drought and life coming back to our little district and our beavers that have been through so much, as we awkwardly wait. Let's not awkwardly wait. Let's talk about what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the development of resources. We need wood. We need them planting things. We need to look at water irrigation. And we need to do power. In the last episode, we did a lot with the power development. Yes, they've still got to build it, but it's all designed and ready to go. And as soon as each one of those wheels come on, it'll add more and more power. Certainly when they're going to start building this monstrosity in the center of the crater, where we've now got, well, quadruple the amount of pumps that are going to be taking the water out of this into reservoir 2. And that's to speed up our water collection from day one. We have got this set to 5 days of good water before a possible drought could hit us. If that hits us in 5 days, we're doomed. we're as good as gone. But right now, it's happy days. The water is coming back, and it's going to start to fill up reservoir 2, and the cycle begins all over again. We destroyed a few of these crops by building this central thing. I want to get as much room as I possibly can in there to grow crops. I do have these in the center set to chop. I'm going to stop that from happening, mainly because food is a problem and we need as much as we can possibly get. In fact, I made this mistake last time when I did this. I chopped all of this out, and funny enough, they didn't last very long that time either. We are going to reroute this path, though, mainly because that pump comes down in the center of it, and I would quite like to use that for water. Although, you know what, it's not changed too much. Otherwise, it just gets a little bit silly. We'll take that out there. We'll take that out there, and then we will put the mangroves back in. There we go. Oh, actually, we want to make sure we don't go under those. Oh, I didn't think. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Don't want one there. Is it there? I don't know. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay, is that... Nope. Got another problem on there. You don't want that one. Let's have a quick look. Yep. That all looks good. That all looks good. Except for... Can put more there. We need to leave these holes in the mangrove growth so these pipes can get down to the water level. If they don't, they stick above. That's why we just moved that path out of the way. But water was back, and things are being planted, and stuff can start to grow, and I need to do better. I must do better. In doing better, we need to make sure that... Oh, good. They finished that. Right. That was the hole that flooded everything, but I was still a little bit confused. Even though we plugged up this area... Oh, we don't need that on anymore. We plugged up this area to stop the water going through. It never rose. Like, there wasn't more water coming in. So it says to me that there's another hole somewhere, and I don't know where that is. I don't know where that hole is, and it's going to be a constant problem. This level looks good to no, it doesn't. No, it does not look good to explode. Let's make you... Once that one gets built, we'll be able to explode this level. How about up here? Okay, we need this one. Okay, cool. Right, well, we'll deal with that, and we'll get everything else working there. How about here? Can we... Is this ready to... 1, 2, 3. Let's put another 3 dynamite on there, and we'll make that a priority. We'll make that... Can they reach this? No, they can't. Okay, I was going to explode this, but I want them to get to that first. I'll let them do that, and then we can blow that up. It's not really that important right now because the reservoir needs to fill up a little bit first, but I am getting a little bit bored of blowing up dynamite. This area down here was all finished. We managed to excavate all of the level that we possibly could. And that's just left us now to finish off the design of our water area. So let's do that now. We ended this run with a pumping station, so it would only make sense that we now build more water butts, and we're going to take that from here, and we're going to go left and right. So I'm going to put think before I do this, I'm going to put a 1, and then we're going to put a 1, 2. We need a path down the middle. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Path down the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need one of those. And then this is going to need one of these. And then we fill in the blanks here. And this. There's a better way to do this. There is a. Let's do that again. We do a 2 there. We do a 4 here, and then we do a 6, 2 6s, 2 5s. Then we can do a 5 path. 1, 2, 3 pumping stations. Yeah, that's right. And now we can fill in the holes there and build our water storage. 1, 2. Oh, I am sorry. We are doing 3 there. That's going to happen. So we're going to do a 2 piece of dynamite there to build it, and then we're going to put a tunnel to get round it. And then on the other side, we're going to have the same problem, but that's a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 there. 1, 2, and then the 3 will go there. This path will come all the way down here, and that's good. And we're going to get some. That's deep water? Oh, I've messed that up. I messed that up. That should have been a 6. Do I fix it? No, we don't need to. We don't need to fix it that way. We can fix it this way. So we're going to go up 1, and we're going to come across. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to fill in. Oh, okay, 2. We're going to come across 6, and then we're going to fill in the rest of this like so. But I shouldn't have done that either. I need a hole, and the hole's going to go there, where we're going to put in a kind of pointless water pumping station, actually. I can have one. Oh, I can't have one there because I put a. Oh boy. Maybe I should just give up now with this playthrough tonight. This is not going great so far. We could put one. Let's make this a 2. And then we can have a deep water pump in there, and we can have another deep water pump in there. That's right. And we'll just run a path. We won't run a path out like that. Okay. And I think that probably should be the end of the line. I think that should be the end of the line there. What I am going to do though is we're going to put in just gonna use, we're gonna use what we can here. Okay, we're gonna use what we can here, we may as well. And put in, oh, there's a door there. Oh boy. Okay, okay. This is what happens when you end up building things in bits. You kind of forget how it all went together, and there's half pathways everywhere, and there's another one here that needed to be joined up. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to copy that and just click on all of these water pumps there. And that's all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna leave that alone, and we're going to let them build that to the best of their abilities. I know they can't get to the dynamite up there. We should probably fix that, because I do want them to. There we go. Now they can get to the dynamite there, and we should probably just tidy up the underground pathway here, and it would make sense to carry that on there. All right. We're going to let them build that. We're going to let them build Reservoir 1's water system. Now, I do want to do the same thing on this side, but we still have the power chain in place, and the replacement one hasn't been built yet because we have a metal block shortage, and they're not going to make any more babies because we've got no berries left, haven't we? Oh, okay, well, let's just hope berries grow before they all die of old age. Otherwise, that's it. That's the end too. I really messed up last time, guys. To have a hole in your reservoir and then realize that there's no food in your district, it caught me out. It caught me out because all the food was stored over here, and they couldn't get to here because I'd emptied that district out because I thought all the food was here. And enough talking about it. I've probably spoken about it enough that you're getting, okay, we get it, move on. So let's go and take a look at our power. What's going on over here? So they've rerouted the water on this curve. So this is great. It comes around here. It goes down there. They do have to do... Can they get to that side? No, I don't think they can. Okay, they can't get to there. So we need to extend the path out. And this is why I design it in the air like this, is so we can get a pathway down here. And we're going to put... just create a bit of a loop around there. We'll make this important. There we go. So the water's coming down here, and then it turns this corner, and then it comes all the way down here and out. And once we have all of this power working, we're going to triple its ability, and I really need it. Oh no, I don't. Hold on a minute. That seems low. Why is the demand so low? I guess these aren't working yet. These are working. That's fine. Day 14. Why is there no water? Why is there no water going into there yet? God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so paranoid about this. I need to do some work in here. I need to get this working better. Hold on. Am I 1, 2? I think I'm 2 off where I need to be. But there is a wall. No, there's not a wall there. Yes. Right, let's try dynamite. I've got a feeling I need 2s across here. Yeah. 2 will get me down, and we need to put one of those in there, and we need to put one of those in there, and we're also going to do another one of those in here. Let's make all this important, and then I can finish off this. Reservoir. Okay. So this is going to need 2 dynamites. These 2 dynamites will take this down to the level that it needs to be. Ground level. And that means this level here is going to be 3. We need 3 on this level. And then that will take it down. I think that's going to be 3 as well. I'm not bothered about that. It's fine. 3. Okay, let's leave them alone to get that dealt with. Hopefully we're going to see water pouring. Yeah, we're going to see water pouring in there pretty quickly. 16 days to get that much water in there. And 6,000 water, or 7,000 water, 900 food. Right. Now, see, there's a lot to juggle at the moment, and we're in a bit of a limbo state because we have no berries, which means no beavers are being born, although we now have berries growing, which is great. Water's around there. We're going to make this critical, and I'm quite tempted to... No, I'm not going to turn the water off. I just end up doing the same mistakes over and over again. If I turn the water off, it's going to happen. The exact same thing is going to happen again as just happened previously. We're not doing that. Okay. Why is there water? Oh, it's irrigation, isn't it? Okay. There we go. That's now filling into 2. And when it gets up to that level there, I need to see if it keeps going any higher, because when that flood happened and I blocked it up, it didn't flood out here, and it probably should have, because it wasn't going up in here. It was still pouring out somewhere. So we have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Oh boy. Okay, I need to get beavers doing things that are more important than collecting water right now. We have enough water. We don't need that. What we need is beavers planting trees and berry bushes, because they need to grow. There's a beaver in there now. There's a beaver in there. So they're going to start planting that. Is there a beaver in here? There isn't. I know they're building. Are they building because that... Yeah, that's important. Okay. Any more things I can stop? I mean, there's no one in there anyway. We have a baby beaver. This is good. The colony is not going to die. Right, there's beavers in here and they are getting food, but I'm not worried about food because we don't have enough beavers to be worried about it. So we'll stop those. And can I plant any more trees anywhere? How about you? Oh, you've got someone working already. Okay, I need to dynamite this area here. And that will make water, which means... Oh, that's going to let all of the bad water in if I do that. That's not going to work right now. Hold on, think. Okay, there is a way I can do it. If I blow this one first, build a flood gate. Is that... Yeah, build a floodgate. That's done already, that. Good beavers. We're going to build a floodgate and set it to 80. Now we can put the dynamite back in that we had there before. And we're going to put another... Okay, put the dynamite back in that we had there before. And I'm going to... I'm going to remove that one, I'm going to blow this one, and then I'm going to put this dynamite back in. Like that. And then we're going to put a sluice in. That one. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. We'll let that do what it needs to do. Now this will safely work without flooding in bad water and flooding with normal water, and then we should be able to plant more trees, and we can plant even more trees because I don't need this. They can still reach there. Now we can only plant it if the good water gets... Okay, that's not great. What did I say? 21 days, cycle 14. Okay, game, that's how we're going to play from now on. There's me talking about cycle 15 of turning off the birthing pods. And I stopped all the water being pumped out. Right, okay, am I getting... I really need to monitor this water situation now. Is this water going up any more in here? Check it from here, the depth is so that you get depths gauges. So the downstream depth is 3.47, 3.48. It is going up. Oh man, I don't know what to do. What do I do? I really need beavers. This might be a non-episode, guys. This might just be one of those times where the playthrough is going to be dull. And I don't do a full playthrough video for this episode, and we call this cycle a lost cycle, and we move to cycle 16 of being the birthing pods. I mean, it depends how long this up and coming drought. I'm not prepared. I don't have enough food. I certainly don't have enough water stored in the reservoirs or anywhere. I just want to keep an eye on this because something happened. Are these open? Yeah, they're open. I'm gonna leave that on. I mean, it hasn't even breached over into... Oh, it's just a disaster. One day left and then a drought hits. Okay, we are going to leave the adult pods on and we're going to turn off the baby ones. We're going to leave the adult ones on. We're going to turn off the baby ones. I was really hoping to get the food district online. I think I might even do that still. Okay. How much scrap metal do we have here? 61. Right. Let's see how bad this is going to be. And then we can make some decisions based on what this does. This suspense. This suspense killing me. And it's going to be... Okay. It's not as bad as it has been, 48. We'll get through that. It's bad water as well. I've got to remember to open the gates on the next one. Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, 47. I mean, to put it, we still don't have enough. We still don't have enough water to have all the birthing pods on, but that rule comes in on the next cycle anyway if we do it. I just don't know. That was a surprise. That bad water, that bad tide hit us. Okay. I've just realised that we have trees where we shouldn't have trees. We're not... We'll let them cut these down, but that's where our district crossing is going to be there. And we need to keep that intact. So all of these are done. So this guy doesn't have to work in there anymore. And... Oh boy. Bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess right now. The water didn't even get anywhere near. And this is a great example of why we created this irrigation system here. So this brings water up from the ground and we'll put it into 2 straight away. But not only does it put it into 2, it's going to trickle down here and put it into food district on day 1. And you can see why. It was day 24. We got hit with a 46-day drought and this didn't even have a chance to grow any food. And that's not good. And I'm actually thinking we're going to have to create water reservoirs that are solely for the irrigation of crops over a drought period. That's something that we're going to have to build. We're going to have to build offshoots of this that connects into there. Maybe like a water tower. I could build a water tower up here off the side. That in a drought, it feeds into here. It's not being used for drinking water. Should probably look at that. Okay. We need to, unfortunately, turn on these. We need the water being pumped out of here. I'm not going to pump... Should I get the water out of here as well? No. How much? Oh, we've got so much storage. We're going to take the water out of here as well. And we need to keep the food on. We're starting to get trees growing now. Okay, there are lumberjacks. That's good. I didn't want this just to be growing and be there and nothing else happening. Do we have lumberjacks in any of this stuff? We don't. We need one. And I need a forester too. This is where I'm going to mess up the balance of the whole colony. But I need the wood. The wood is just... Put someone in there. And we're going to turn this on as well. The water dump. We're going to turn the water dump on to plant more trees. Because the problem still remains, we don't have enough resources to build these colonies in the way that we need to. So we'll feed water in through that. And we'll get some wood. We've got some gears now being made, and we've got some wooden planks. And this episode's going to come into a bit of a non-starter, I'm afraid. I'm just trying to think about what we can do on this episode that helps us move this forward. And I'm struggling a little bit to think about what it could be. Only because that drought's really thrown me. I want to make sure they survive. And 59 beavers with birthing pods still left on is a bit of a risk. So I still have to monitor the situation. How are we with the dynamite up here? Did they do it? They did do it. Okay. Well, let's do that. That was risky. Again, I didn't check to see if I should have done that. I might be losing water from anywhere. Let's hope I don't. Right, those are 2s to take it down, so that means this needs to be a level of 3. We need 3s. Oh, can they still get to that? Yeah, they can. Okay, got some 3s running in there. And this one up here needs to be a 3 too. Okay. I'm going to leave those alone now because I don't really know what's going on around there. I need a clear mind to work this out of what's happening here, and doing it without thinking is not going to help me. It's not going to help me this cycle anyway. 24 days. What a joke. What an absolute joke. 61. What can I do with 61? Can I send them over here? No one's working on that crossing, so if I send anyone over there, they're going to die because they're not bringing in food. So I can't reopen this. It's reliant on this, and there's not enough beavers here to deal with that. Where can I take beavers from? We have no logs, which is crazy because we have a whole forest of oak there. He's doing those, he's doing those. This guy did this, and I am considering making this a district. I'm going to make... There's a few trees there left to plant. How much do I care about that? I'm going to give him a day. I'm going to give him another day to finish planting these trees, and then we're going to make this an official district. He should be able to finish these off. Let's awkwardly watch him. No, he's going to go and get some water. Where's he gone? Okay. Probably make him do that one as well. Right, now he's done. Here we go. Here we go. District time. Got the star. Got the crossing. And this should clear. When I make this path, this should cause them to leave. What? Districts are connected. Where? Oh. Okay. Remove that one. There we go. That will force them to leave. This district will be emptied. And we can finally cut the cord. There we go. It is its own district now. And we're going to plant oak all around there. We'll unpause these buildings. Because when we get this district working, we want them to come into all of their jobs. We'll also unpause the birthing pods, because hopefully we're in better times when this opens. And that is that. Now, what they were doing over here was, before I got rid of everyone, they were starting to dynamite down. Did they hit the bottom level? I don't think they did. Did they? There's the 3. Oh, hold on. I can't make sense, head nor tails of that. That's the hole where the metro is going to go down. So it goes down, and it stops there. Why does it stop there? Because I've got another level here. Oh, did I mess it up? I think I messed it up. Okay, I'm going to need to create another hole here. Make it important. Okay. We're going to leave that. There's not much I can do about that. I messed up. $59 beavers. And these are all working. Okay. 8,000 water. We have water in them both. Not a lot. In fact, I don't think this water is going to drain out of here, is it? Because it's got nowhere to go. Oh, okay, I've messed up again. This water can't get out. This water can't get into reservoir 1 because that's the draining area and I've gone below it. So the only way to get that out is to get them to do this. Okay, well, okay. Now we need to go around and find important dynamite and reduce its importance because I really need them to do this. So we need to go and find dynamite that's on the important list and reduce its importance, and then make sure somebody's working in the dynamite factory to make it. Have we got anyone working in these? We don't. Well, okay, so the dynamite factories are operational again. And we are running out of extract, and we need that for adult beavers. So we're going to have to turn those on. I'm kind of hoping that these aren't working. No one's in. Oh, people are up here. Okay, well, we don't need this right now. So let's turn those off. But we need... Oh, they're building this up. They're building this now. Okay, so we've got dynamite going again. Now with the dynamite going, we just need to make sure that the dynamite that we are laying is the important stuff. I think I only did this here, and I only did stuff that was in reservoirs. This reservoir's finished dynamite-wise, so it would only be this one that's got importance. Which then would be... Ah, good, they've done it. Right, brilliant. There we go. That water is now flowing into 1. Look how much it was down. Good. That's great. That will now empty. Yeah, that will now empty. That's great. That's perfect. And we can build our... You can see this episode is just crisis management. I've got loads of stuff that I've been... I'm just going to leave those open. I've got loads of stuff that I've been working on, and it's caused just problems. And those problems are really starting to shine when we hit droughts. But we've solved this problem. We are now getting water from 2 back into 1, and I'm pretty confident 2 is going to drain all of that into 1, which is great. And we can get more water out of this. 9,000 water. They finished the water storage on top. That's good. And they are building this. Do we have any scrap metal in? We don't have any scrap metal here. And we're probably not going to get any for a while because of the district problem. Is it worth? How important is it that we spend these days getting metal? Why are you over there? And how are you? Oh, a baby was born into District 5 without me knowing. Okay. Get over there. You are going to die. Can they use... They can use the metro. There he goes. Right. Fine. Good. I think I need metal. And I need it bringing over as soon as I possibly can. So I'm going to send 10 beavers over here. We are going to make 4 beavers do the... Oh, of course they can't. There's not enough. We are going to only have the beavers working where they need to. So there's 4 over there. Apparently there's only 1 job free though. That's weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we need to get beavers working on that. That does matter. It looks like all the trees have been cut down here, so we don't need any of that on because the trees have got to grow. Has that helped? It has. Great. So they will be taking water and food to this district to keep them alive, and these guys will be bringing scrap metal back. But now they're not working. Oh, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. I'm going to have to reset all the priority work on this. Where were you? Okay. That's actually critical to build. And that's critical to build. You don't need to work there anymore. But I do need someone to work on that because we have adult trees. And we have no beavers. Oh boy. I don't want to turn the water pumps off, but that's where the majority of beavers are working. I need to take as much water out of that as possible. We've got 30 days left, and this is nearly out. This one's nearly drained. And we have 53 beavers to keep in water. I'm going to turn... I can't turn that off because I need... I'm going to turn this off. Oh, these should be turned off already. They're still dumping water into there. It's totally pointless. Okay. I think there are no adult trees there, so I don't need that. Oh, no one's working there, but I don't need it. And... have they done this? Okay, so we can blow... Where you go with that? Oh, that was close. What are you... Are you... I've got to be really careful here. Go. It's too far. Okay. Oh, really? Okay, I can see what I did there, fine. Right. That's good. Is this... This isn't ready because that's not done. Okay. One more metal block and that's done, and then we can get more trees planted down here. What do you mean you've got nothing to do? How about you chop down some of this? Right, that's done. So now we can blow this up. Go. But there's no water because we're in a drought. Great. Okay, well, that technically will work in the next water cycle. if I make it. 28 days, 10k water, 52 beavers, 2,000 food. Okay, good. Right, that's done. We can then destroy this path up to there and make more trees. There we go. Well, at least we're getting some wood out of this stuff, so that's working for me. We'll have a new district there. We're pulling water out of all of that, and I'm going to be honest, guys, that's pretty much the end of this episode. I'm going to make a decision on this episode of what I do. I might make this a highlight video rather than a long playthrough one. Not a lot has happened. I might be honest at the beginning of the video and say that not a lot happens in this playthrough. But I don't, as I say, I'm new to this. This is a new channel. I don't have a lot of following and not having a lot of comment feedback if people want this level of content. So I'm going to kind of stick with it. I'm going to see where it goes and be as honest as I can and carry on this permadeath series. That drought hit me quick and it's forced me to go into management mode. So until the next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.